Good morning, sweet ladies. Thank you for joining us in Far Above Rubies today. I'm so very glad that each of you are here. Today, as we continue our walk through Romans, we're going to look at Romans chapter 8, verses 1 through 17. And I'll remind you again, if you missed the devotional on January 1st, there's a lot of great information there that will give you some context for the book of Romans and who it was written to, what it was written about, who it was written by. Okay, go check that out first if you haven't had a chance to do so yet. Okay. We're going to talk today about follow the leader. Verse 14 of Romans chapter 8 says, "For all who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God." I'm paraphrasing verse 6 as well. It says, "Follow your sinful nature and find nothing but death. Follow the Spirit and find life and peace." Every day we wake up and we make decisions about who and what we're going to follow in our lives. We choose that we are either going to follow after the flesh. We're going to follow after what feels good to us. We're going to follow after what makes us comfortable, or we're going to follow after God and what He desires of us. That sometimes will put us outside of our comfort zone, that sometimes will be hard or inconvenient or not feel all warm and fuzzy at first, but we get to make that decision every day. Have you ever noticed that when you're trying to eat right, I know many of you are probably in this boat right now in January, you're trying to eat right and you mess up, and I say mess up. You find yourself eating out of the tub of ice cream and your mind is like, well, you already messed up. You might as well throw the whole diet out the window. Let's sit down tonight and have all the pizza and the carbs and the chips and that's what your mind, your flesh tells you, right? Is you messed up. You ate the candy bar. You may as well eat horrible for the rest of the day, right? You may as well just keep following after those carnal desires. Keep following after those mess ups, one decision after another. Well, it's the same with our spirit. It's the same in our walk with God, that whenever we mess up, whenever we make a mistake, whenever we say the wrong thing or say it in anger and we know we've done wrong, our flesh tells us, you know what? You messed up. You may as well just say whatever you want to say now. You may as well just put this in your body or lend your heart or your mind to this. You may as well just do anything your flesh tells you feels good because you already messed up. But how would that work if we applied it to other areas of our life? Well, I accidentally crossed over the line driving down the road. I guess I may as well just take my hands off the steering wheel and see what the car does on its own. I'll start again tomorrow, trying to keep myself in between the lines. What if we did that with raising our children? Oh, made a mistake. Shouldn't have fed them sugar right before bed. Made a mistake. I screamed today, and that was heartbreaking for both me and my kid. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. And then what if we just said, oh, well, this kid is shot. Let's try with the next one. What if we said, okay, this day is shot. We'll just try again tomorrow, and even though it's 9 a.m., I can just be mean to my kid all day today because I already said one not so nice thing. That's not how life works. Whenever we mess up, whenever we stop following the proper leader for our lives in a moment, when we recognize that, we can have a course correction and say, whoa, cross that line a little there, let's get back in the right lane. Cross that line a little there, let's keep going in the right direction that I'm supposed to be going in. We can say, instead of, okay, it's 9 a.m. and I messed up with my kid and now I can just be horrible to them all day, we say, you know what? That was a bad way to start the day, kiddo. Let me give you a hug. Let me hang on to you and tell you that I love you. And let's try to find our way back to the right track for our day. We need to do that with our spiritual walk with God. We need to say, you know what, I messed up. I lost my temper. I said the wrong things. I looked at something I shouldn't have looked at. I participated in gossip I shouldn't have been a part of. You know what, God? I'm sorry. Help me to do better. And you know what? When you seek that wisdom from Him, when you seek that guidance from Him, when you say, I want to follow you, you know what? He's quick to forgive. He's faithful to forgive. And He's going to help us get back on course. He's going to help us do that course correction and get going back in His lane again, okay? It's important that we don't just throw away our walk with God over a mistake. It's important that we don't throw away even a day in our walk with God over a mistake. When we recognize that mistake, we turn it over to Jesus and say, God, help me. Help me to course correct back in your direction, okay? All who are led by the Spirit are the children of God. Follow your sinful nature and find nothing but death. Follow the Spirit and find life and peace. I don't know about you, but I want to find life and peace. Go read Romans chapter 8, verses 1 through 17. If you missed January 1st, go back and check that one out, okay? If no one's told you lately, you are loved and you are cherished and you are valuable, and each and every day in your walk with God is valuable. Don't throw one away over a mistake, okay? You have beautiful and tremendous worth, my friend, and that worth is far above rubies. Thank you for being here with me today. I'll see you all again tomorrow. God bless you.